All is quiet at the moment inside University of Charleston Stadium at Laley Field here in the capital city. But at high noon on Friday, all of that will change as the first of 4 state championship football games will be staged. The venue is set for 2 on Friday and 2 more on Saturday, and we can't wait. Greetings and welcome to our Charleston Championship Journey. I'm Mark Martin, delighted to have you along for a preview of Championship Weekend here in the capital city.
Prepared, and perhaps my chance will come. In December of 2024, Tony Gibson, the pride of Van High School, got his chance to become a head football coach as Marshall University came calling. And today, he gets the opportunity to lead his first Thundering Herd team onto the field at Jones Edwards Stadium. We will visit with the new leader of Marshall football. While Ethan has graduated, there's still plenty of Payne in the Thundering Herd football program. We'll chat with Toby Payne. Plus, we bring you sights and sounds from the first game of the season in the Peach State. It's all coming your way next as we launch the season and premier edition of Marshall Football Today with Tony Gibson, presented by the West Virginia Lottery.
It is the first Saturday in September, and it will indeed be a busy one for college football. One that includes the Thundering Herd of Marshall, a team guided by first-year head coach Tony Gibson. Greetings and welcome aboard to this premier edition of Marshall Football Today with Tony Gibson, presented by the West Virginia Lottery. I'm Mark Martin, and we look forward to being with you each Saturday in this time slot talking Thundering Herd football. Today, Coach Gibson's first Thundering Herd team will get out on the field in front of the home crowd as they take on the Missouri State Bears. Game time inside Jones Edwards Stadium is set for 6 o'clock, and it marks the first home game in the Tony Gibson era. And there is no better way to get today's show underway than talking with the head coach of the Herd from the Shuey Building in Huntington. Well, Tony, I've known you for a long time, and definitely a pleasure to get a chance to be here with you each week talking Thundering Herd football. Let me first of all just say congratulations again. I know congratulated you a lot over the past few months, but congratulations on being the Thundering Herd head football coach.
Spring Valley and George Washington made it to the playoffs last year. What's new when it comes to these two great high school football programs? Tonight on the Hill in Charleston, they meet to help launch the West Virginia high school football season. From Steve Edwards Senior Field on the GW campus, it's a Mountain State Athletic Conference battle between the Timberwolves of Spring Valley and the homestanding Patriots. It comes your way next on this special Thursday edition of the Go-Mart Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Glenville State University.
Persinger sets up, guns. He's got Black, who will find his way into the end zone. Almost backpedaled in.
Well, back in Black as he goes across the plane of the end zone, Mark.
A first down, and here goes Black, slanting to the outside and finding his way to the end zone. Persinger gets the snap, gets it to Black, and Black is in for the touchdown. And GW extends its lead here against Spring Valley in the fourth quarter.
The cities of Gallipolis, Ohio, and Point Pleasant, West Virginia are separated by less than 5 miles. Tonight, their high schools, Gallia Academy and Point Pleasant, meet on the football field for the 88th time. They do so with new head coaches. Gallia Academy alum Dalton Jarrell leads the Blue Devils. while former Big Black James Higginbotham guides Point Pleasant. Both are seeking that first win as head coaches and hope to do so in this great rivalry. It's Gallia Academy and Point Pleasant in the Battle of the Bridge, and it comes your way next on our Go Mart Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Glenville State University.
We welcome you live inside Ohio Valley Bank Track and Field Stadium in Point Pleasant and the campus of Point Pleasant High School as the host Big Blacks take on their rivals from across the river in the Gallia Academy Blue Devils. We are excited to bring you our latest Go Mart Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Glenville State University. Gallia Academy seeking its first win in 3 tries. Point Pleasant comes in 0-1 after opening the season last Friday. Marrero gets it. The call. Marrero finds his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Big Blacks. All right, here's Hill. Hill going to try to do it with his feet, and Hill's on the run, and Hill will make it to the end zone. A touchdown for the Big Blacks.
Coach, got to first talk about his experience and talk a little bit about his playing tonight.
Oh, he had a very gritty effort tonight. He's actually been sick all week, so that was a gritty performance from him. I mean, he was very, very instrumental in this victory, and we love him.
Awesome. And I want to talk to you about the performance with the entire team because this is your first year as head coach. Talk first a little bit about those jitters going into this game because it's such a big game.
Oh, yeah. This is always one of the biggest games on the schedule. And, we've been working hard all week. Obviously, there's been a lot of nerves trying to get that elusive first victory, and we finally got it. So, hats off to all these guys. They played their butts off. They practiced hard all week, and I'm proud of each and every one of them.
And what tone does this set? Because if people aren't from this area, this is a huge rivalry game that dates back years and years.
Oh, yes. Anytime you can bring the bridge back to Galplis, it's always a good night. So we're real excited to haul that back to Galplis and put that back in our trophy room. So, this sets the standard for our league play going forward, and hopefully we can stack some victories from here.
Definitely. So I'm going to ask you, what's it mean to bring home the F&R trophy, but also that big trophy right behind me?
Oh, it feels great, but I just want to thank my team back there. They're the only reason I got it. They're the main part in this.
Absolutely. So I'm going to present you guys F&R Champions of the Week, and I want to hear from you guys. Congratulations.
News at 10. I'm Mark Martin. Nice to have you with us. The 2025 West Virginia High School State Baseball Tournament had a little layer of history this year. For the first time ever, 4 champions would be crowned as this year an extra classification was added. The Quad A Final 4 hit the field at Go Mart Ballpark on Friday evening, trying to reach that historic championship game on Saturday. Both semis featuring area teams. We start with Hurricane that was in that 5 o'clock game going up against Hedgesville. Sea of Red at Go Mart Ballpark. Hurricane trying to punch that ticket, but in early trouble. First inning, bases loaded, but a huge defensive play, inning-ending double play for the Redskins to keep the game scoreless. Now in the bottom of the first, Hurricane, the #1 seed, and Griffin Dempsey grounder to third, but that throw to first is wild, and Hurricane strikes first. WVU commit Weston Smith scoring the run to make it a 1-0 count. Hurricane. In the second inning, Redskins trying to add more. Tyler Baxter serves one in the left, gets down, and around third comes Braylon Hutchinson. 2-0 Hurricane in the second. Hedgesville finally able to crack the score column on a Jay Vyans base knock. Mason Elliott walked in from third to cut the lead in half after busting open a 5-1 lead late. Hedgesville trying to get back in this one. This era bringing home Brett Peterson. And it's a 5-3 ball game in the sixth, but they would never get any closer. And it's Hurricane getting the win and moving into the state championship on Saturday evening.
I like the fight and the grit of our guys, and I really enjoy the fact that they play for each other. And then to have an opportunity to come out tomorrow, that's all you can ask.
All right, so that set the stage for George Washington and Morgantown. First run of the game, sack fly off the bat of Vincent Alloy. Mason Bowers will score for the Mohegans. Big blow coming in the second. Was already a 3-0 game. Bases loaded, and Alloy at the plate again and drills it. That's going to score Mason Bowers and Koa Silvers, and all the way around from first is Jackson Bredesen. It's a 6-0 ball game, but hold everything. Here comes GW. John Falla with the base hit. Joel Nelson will score. Then it's going to be Corbin Dixon coming to the plate for GW. GW getting 5 runs, but they could never get any closer, and this game has just ended, and it is Morgantown winning it by a final of 7-5. Great season comes to an end for the Patriots. All right, the first game of the day, Ripley and Winfield for a third time this season in Class AAA. Landon Meadows for the Vikings delivering a base hit here. That will score Bryson Casto and Jackson Curry, and the Vikings up early 2-0 against the Generals. Kyler Doss now at the plate. He strikes out, but the ball comes out, so they have to throw it to first to assure the out, which they get. But in the process, Brady McVeigh scampers home. Ripley has a 4-0 lead. Great crowd on hand for this one between the Gens and the Vikings. Both Ripley and Winfield bringing the faithful. Second inning, it's Meadows drilling one to deep left center. It's a tough one to track down. That is going to bring home Curry. Ripley now up by a 5-0 score. Then the bottom of the fifth, Ripley leads 9-0, and it's going to be McVeigh delivering one to right. That is going to score Curry, and the Vikings win thanks to the run rule and will advance to the state championship. Many keys, including treating this like any other game.
That's how we tried to downplay it all week, just as another game. We've played 28 of them up till now and 29 now, and that's how we're going to look at it. Tomorrow's another game. Just a little bit of a trophy on the line. Nice one there, but it's just another game.
We went out there. I just wanted to get ahead of batters. I wanted to stay strong, and if I can get it 3 up, 3 down inning, then I can get back and get our team in the dugout quick to produce runs and get some on the board. And we did that.
Well, it means a lot. It's my first state championship I've been in, so it's going to mean a lot. And the school, we haven't been to a state championship in a while, so hopefully we can add another one to the board for the Ripley Vikings.
All right, so the Vikings will play Frankfort. So how did that game go earlier in the day for the Falcons? Well, they knock off Fairmont Senior by a final of 13-5. Frankfort played for the AA championship and came away victorious a season ago, and now trying to win a AAA title. So the Vikings and Frankfort will get together, and the day starts with East Hardy and Weirton Madonna, and that's a rematch of the 2012 Single A championship won by Madonna by a final of 5-4. Then it will be AA action. Philip Barber in the state tournament for the first time since 1975, going against Wheeling Central. That AA game starts about 50 minutes after that Single A game. Ripley and Frankfort then get together at 5 o'clock. Both teams aiming for a third state championship. And it's going to be now Morgantown and Hurricane. Again, that Morgantown GW game just wrapping up, and it was Morgantown holding on to win it by a final of 7-5. So a big championship Saturday there at Go-Mart Ballpark here in Charleston. That will do it for this edition of Eyewitness Sports. Get a great look at the layout here at Sleepy Hollow. Beautiful. We'll see a lot of challenges, though, today, right, Jimmy?
Hey, listen, early on there's a few holes that are very much gettable. You're going to step up on the third hole and have to hit a really good tee shot, take a break for a couple holes, and have to hit another good one on 8 and 11. So there's definitely some holes these guys are going to be looking to make birdies, and some holes where they're going to look to hit it in the fairway and make pars and move on. Yeah, 18th hole here, guys. Great finishing hole. Again, tee forward today. Probably paying $530, $540 for these guys. Very reachable.
Ryan Bilby, and here in the Kanawha Valley is Christian Brand. So Thad O'Beckney II, the new head golf coach at Wheeling University. Well, he's a brand name in West Virginia golf, and Christian Brand now with 4 West Virginia Open titles. A delight to be here and be a part of this event once again. So Christian Brand finishes at -2, and Kenny Hess and Ryan Bilby. And Christian Brand now with 4 titles, all at 4 different venues. But I know, Jimmy, this one may be the most special.
No, listen, he's a proud Sleepy Hollow guy now. We inherited him, and now he's one of ours.